You're such an asshole.
This is a important one that I should have probably addressed a while ago. Um, and it's this falsehood, canard, lie, not truth. Where all you kids are like, but I won't graduate when I'm 22. So what? Like, it's scary how many people it's more important that they graduate by a certain age or date than it is they get a good degree. I'll tell you this, if you major in the world's dumbest crap, it doesn't matter if you graduate in a week or 20 years, it's still a worthless degree. It's not helping you. I've had some people, "Oh, but I won't graduate." Stop being a dumbass. Please stop being a dumbass. I can't, and maybe if you can't understand that logical fallacy or that concept that when you grad, it really doesn't matter if you graduate 4.5 years or 5 years. That does, if you can't understand, maybe you shouldn't be in college. Maybe you're not. I'm being serious. Trying to save you your time and your money. Maybe you're not smart enough to be in college. I know your entire life from kindergarten to your senior year in high school was passing grades and doing your thing and getting done. College, trade school, whatever, that's different now. It's you need a job. Unless you still want to believe that laughably stupid aughts and 2010s canard. That means lie. Kinard. No, yeah, Kinard. I thought it was Kinnard. I think it's just one N. No, it's just the lie, the falsehood. What was the other lie? The falsehood. I was gonna showed how laughably stupid it was. Oh, that your liberal arts degree, any degree is a good degree. If you actually believe that lie that your college degree was going to get you a job or a career or anything, that quaint 2010s belief, it's the same thing now. If I graduate when I'm 23, it won't find it. Dude, they can't tell your age between 22 and 23. Well, you young people are all baby face and fat and soy. You all look young. You know, you guys got wrinkles in your eyes. What are they called? Crow's feet. They don't have crow's feet. Staying a girl like, you're starting to get crow's feet. Oh, she was just mean. And little I realized, oh, that means I'm becoming distinguished looking and not looking like the 12-year-old, not Michael J. Fox, Alex P. Keaton type of kid. Dane Cappy turned out to be a handsome older man. Look at me go. Too bad I'm so short. All right, let's stop talking about me. Let's get to this. Hello. For the last year, I've dropped 2 classes a semester from my computer engineering major. I'm now on track to graduate in 6 years. This is largely due to me to failing classes and switching my major during my second semester sophomore year. All right, it's one of 2 things, and I don't try to guess what. You're either lazy or you're stupid. Or not stupid, you're not smart enough to do a computer engineering degree. Only you know if you put your effort into it or not. And I'll tell you this, it doesn't matter if you're lazy or stupid or not smart enough to do the degree. In either case, you shouldn't be majoring in that because you lack the work ethic, and therefore you shouldn't major in anything. Right? Or you're just mentally, intellectually, your brain is physically not smart enough to do that. And you got to figure that out. And if it's lazy, that's changeable. You stop being lazy. If it's not, then yeah, stop choosing high-end STEM majors. Computer engineering, that's going to be one of the higher-end ones. Like, I think physics is the only one that might be higher than that. My advisor, guys, stop listening. Okay, next one. Hang on. That'll be a free one. My advisor basically told me I need to drop the major, switch to econ to graduate in 5 years. So your advisor is lying to you. That's not the goal. The goal is not to graduate by a certain amount of time, like I said before. And you're going to switch to what? A stupid and easy major. Economics is a stupid and easy major. Okay. It's unfortunately very math intensive, and it's actually a hard major, but like biology, it ain't going to land you a job, and it's not a real degree. Terribly sorry for all you econ majors out there. I was one at one time. That's all I know. Ask me. And then ironically ended up becoming an economist anyway. Oh man, I've pissed off so many doctorates who like they're real economists, they actually do have a PhD, but like they're academics and they work in government and they do real economic work, there's no doubt about it, but like because I get to write about what I want, I'm not restricted by Keynesian thought. I'm actually I wouldn't say a better economist, but a more notable one. Also, I write, so that kind of helps out. But you weren't published in a professional publication. That's why people heard of me. No one reads Econ Quarterly Nerdly. They do read Amazon books. But I just want to point out that your advisor is stupid, wrong. Please show him, her this video. Hello, how are you? You're stupid. You're wrong. Why do you care if he graduates in 3 years or 5 years? You're sending him into a worthless degree, but that's all right. You're a college advisor. You're not that smart. If I don't do that and do polar next semester, then I wouldn't be allowed to graduate with a computer engineering degree and would essentially have to switch to econ and graduate in 5.5 years total. Or I'd like to go to law school. Oh, look at how oh, don't curse. You are stupid. Okay, I've concluded this. You're pretty dumb. You've given no thought to this at all. Why? Okay, you want to go to law school. Well, then why'd you major in computer engineering, electrical engineering? And if you think electrical engineering and computer engineering is hard, law school is no joke. I mean, it's stupid BS. It's tedious, but it's a lot of work. Brain's going to be drained. And with your lousy GPA, you're not going to get into a good law school, so it's just going to be a waste of money. But your lack of a coherent and cogent education plan indicates to me you're not that smart. You should not be in college. I don't know. Did you have an IQ test? Did you score really high? If you had a high IQ test, then you're just being lazy here. I would like to go to law school. No, you're not going to law school. You're not. That I could say safely, because you're not going to get into a good law school. That means you're going to spend $300,000 on a pretty crappy law degree, and no one's going to hire you. I don't think you got the chops to get through. Dude, you can't even get through your second year. And then, no, you're not majoring in economics. I don't care what rules they come up with. I don't care. Well, you see, you got to get your GPA up. Then there's just start as an econ major, and then you get your GPA. Then you can reapply for computer. No. If that's the case, drop out of college until you either find a work ethic or you test your IQ and you find out it's not that high and you can't do an engineering degree. Nothing wrong with these things. If I switch to econ, I would graduate with a 3.0. I do want to point out to the econ majors, like, that's kind of true. When you switch to the liberal arts, your GPA does go up a full point from STEM. Which would help me get into a tier 1 school. You are not getting into a tier 1 school with your crappy. No, knock that off. No. And it's not even necessarily your bad GPA. It's like you have no plan. You're majoring in engineering. That's a great degree. You should go get a job. You don't have to go to law school. I want to go to law school. Well, what do you do? What? Like maybe accounting might make sense, which would help with getting into a tier 1 school. I have a connection. Ooh, nepotism. You're really underqualified. That could get me into tier 1 law school with an LSAT score of 170, as long as I get the degree. Really? So someone who's more qualified than you are will not get in? You're a despicable person. You know that, right? You have no ethics or code. Just disgusting person. What is that? What are the ranges of the LSAT? I'm not that smart or too lazy, but I got connections, so they're going to get me a seat that really should be reserved for someone who worked harder and is smarter than me. LSAT score range. A 170 on the LSAT. Scales to 170, 95. Dude, if you got a 170 on the LSAT, you're in the top, looks like 97%, or top 3%, 97th percentile. I don't think you can get a 170 on the LSAT. I don't believe you. Well, you're not lying. You are overestimating your ability. I don't think you can do it. And that's not like a challenge or anything. I just think you can do it. Now you could do it, and it won't be that costly except for in terms of time, because you're not going to law school. And you know what? Take the LSAT, because let's say you prove me wrong. You get a 172. All right, maybe there's a natural and latent skill you have, an ability that you have that would do well in law school. Okay, you get the 170, go to law school, but knock it off with no. Your undergrad should not be a waste. Why do you want to become a lawyer anyway? Have you answered that question? Because you sure as hell didn't answer that when you went to undergrad. I want to become an engineer. Wait, no, I want to be a lawyer. Oh, I can't do it. So now I'm majoring in economics. I go to law school. You don't know what you want. Sit the F down and figure out what you want first. And what I would recommend you do is get your IQ tested, try hard, try your best. So you know, if you get an IQ of like, say, 120 or better, you have the intelligence to go to engineering. And I would drop these plans of being an econ major and complete your degree in engineering, and then take your studies seriously. Stop. You're lazy. You got a high IQ, you're lazy. If you don't have a high IQ and you try, well, then you're not dumb. I mean, if you come up with a 105 IQ, you're quite average, a little bit above average, actually. But you're not smart enough to be an engineer. And then you could take the LSAT. That doesn't cost that much, just your time to study, the fee. And then when you get your, I don't know, like your 105 or 120, you're certainly not 170, then you shouldn't go to law school. And that's perfectly fine, because you're in this mess because you never sat down to figure out, what should I do? What do I want to do? What do I want to study? What's good for me? Because you're looking at 3 different professions: engineering, economics, and law. You got no plan. Don't bother going to school if you got no plan. But the larger point is, man, take your time. Let's say you were working full time. All right. Of course not. You can't go to school full time for engineering anyway, and then get a good GPA. But you got to figure out if you're even capable of getting that degree. But take your time. You could take 7 years to get your engineering degree. That's fine. Look, ask any millennials now in their solid 30s. They're going back to school or training anyway. Every liberal arts major goes back to college for something. Could be trade school. Every social science major always goes back for something. All right, so take some time off, work up a little bit of money, right? Test your IQ, and then say, okay, what did you even want to be a computer engineering major? Did you just do that because they made money? But for God's sake, it doesn't matter when you graduate. Knock that off. And give this to your counselor, college advisor right there. Give that right there. DCM sent a last minute chat, super chat, which I didn't get until I closed it up. This is the kid who was dating a woman who was with her single mother. I was like, what? The girl he was dating was living with her mom, who was a single mother, and she was also living with her transgender sister. And son, if they are living with their mom and dad is not around, you don't date them. I mean, you can date them, but you don't get involved. Well, let's go to the super chat if there are any. Andrew Yandel, $5. There are like 5 degrees that are worth any money or time. I'm a month away from a bachelor's in accounting and $8,000 salary. T.Y. Cappy. T.Y. Thank you, Cappy. Go to Western Governors. There, Western Governors. There you go. I should get like an affiliation because I do believe in their product. I wouldn't be a hypocritical advertising. Say, look, I'll plug the hell out of you. Me, Mike, $2 lean towards lazy because failed few classes sophomore year. Yeah, I mean, in all the laziness versus stupid clients I've had, the debate, it's always been lazy. They've not been stupid. Actually, if we look at how well he didn't use paragraphs. It's just block text. So maybe this guy isn't that bright. All right, good for you, nobody. Yeah, but hey, do you not want to commute? Hey, do you want to take classes in your pajamas? Hey, do you want to graduate early? Hey, do you want to not have tons of student loan debt? Hey, do you want a good degree? Western Governors University. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.